With huge way out here, and I'm gonna pretty much show you guys what happened today in the market, how you guys could have made easily over $1,000 today with a strategy. I show you guys literally every single day in the market. You know, today was a weird start. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I try to be completely transparent with you guys, and you know, today was a mint day for anyone that was in a long, man, and it was a great day on the Nasdaq. Moved great. You know, there's been times in the past where like I really do get I get messed up with the whole like start of it, which I'll show you guys right now. But overall, it was a great trading day. So number one, we have the 9:30 candle. Okay, so anyone new here, I trade the 15-minute orb strategy along with confluence. That's what matters the most, right? And what we do is we take the higher high of the 15-minute candle, which as you guys can see right now, this is 9:30 a.m. on the 1st of October. We have the high right here, the low right there. All that means is we're looking at the top, the top of the wick right here, and the low of the wick right here, and those little I don't even want to call them squiggly, like the little lines. They're wicks. So we want the lower low and the higher high. And from there, what we do from there is we switch from the 15 to the 5, okay? And that's how we really make our basis for the day, okay? And I can't even tell you how many times I've gotten stomped out with this, right? You know, especially in the beginning of trading. Even now, I get stomped out sometimes thinking this, and I'll show you guys pretty much what happened and why I get confused. Why a lot of you guys will probably get confused with it too, is that, as you guys can see, we see a closure underneath the lower low, right? So with my strategy, what I'd like to see is a closure either above the higher high or a closure below the lower low. In this case, we see a closure below the lower low, meaning most likely the strategy is saying, hey, we're moving downwards, right? Confluence is everything. If you guys had waited the 3 or 4 minutes into that second candle right here, you guys could have entered right here if you wanted to, right? Put a lower low, put a stop loss right down here. You know, you could have, that's a could have, right? Or you could have waited for it to be right here, entered in it right here, you know, once we saw the closure on the 5 minute, or you could have just waited. You could have just been completely patient. Some people don't like to be patient. I recommend even seeing, if, for example, like switching it to a higher time frame, right, from the 15, and really seeing what was happening from there. Where are we? We are right here. Sorry about that. If you guys had seen, we saw a 15-minute closure. You guys, if you really want to be patient with it and know where the market's going for the day, I always recommend looking at the higher time frames, right? So we didn't even wait for you could have skipped the whole 5-minute time frame. We could have switched to the 15 and saw a complete closure over this higher high on the 15-minute time frame. Even if you had entered right here, man, which you could have entered right here at 24,873, and you held, bro, this thing went all the way up at 25,038 today, right? And this is why I always tell people, right, not to switch around like crazy. I'm just trying to tell you guys what's on my mind. Just show you guys pretty much what the strategy shows us, right? Shows me, even in my losses, even in the wins that I have, right? Today was like over a $2,000 day. Like, you gotta really look at this. If you had went even with one contract, you would have made a lot of money entering even like right here, like I told you guys previously. But number one, the biggest and the hardest thing for me to wrap my head around, right, is waiting, okay? Waiting and patience is so key in this market, man, because like I said, they were kind of looking to stomp people out. If you think about it, right, they showed a lot of higher highs. Boom, closure underneath the lower low, and most people are looking at that, doing the 15-minute orb, saying, hey, this is probably gonna head down, right? But because, again, of confluence, okay, well, we're gonna wait 4 minutes into that second candle right here to see really where it's moving. You had seen that there was a complete closure on the 5-minute up here and the 15-minute up here, and then a 15-minute closure even on the higher high. That was a complete long day, right? We had went up to new highs at this point, so I just figured I'd show you guys pretty much what happened today. Great trading day. I really hope the same for tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna go into even more higher highs. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Or we're gonna go up into those 25,300, 25,400. I hope so. Brings our accounts up, right? But overall, we're gonna see what happens tomorrow in the market. You know, I just figured I'd show you guys right now. What time is it? It's 6 p.m. So it's a kind of late upload for me and a late recording, but I didn't have time today to do it, and now I'm showing you now. So I'm telling you guys right now, like, this strategy, along with confluence, along with allowing God to come into your trades and really just praying, I'm telling you, prayer has changed the game for me. This strategy has changed the game for me. God willing, man, you know, God has changed everything for me in trading. But overall, man, just showing you guys that this works, man, you know, and along with the things I'm teaching you every single video, right? Number one, it's not just about the closure, right? It's not just about, okay, well, we see a candle closure right here. That doesn't mean anything. What means everything is when we're looking at that second candle, where's it going? Because there are sometimes in this market, like I think it was yesterday, for example, where it comes up here when we see a 5-minute closure, and then it completely drops all the way back down to those lower lows again, right? But today, because of the 15-minute, that's why I told you guys to wait that 15 minutes. Sometimes it's 10, whatever is comfortable for you. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not someone you should be listening to at all. You know, I'm not an advisor. I'm not a financial guru. I'm just here showing you guys what trades to take that I would take, right? That's it. You guys don't have to take those trades. You guys shouldn't take those trades, right? Because again, I'm not a financial guy. Why are you listening to me in the first place, right? But overall, man, this works. The 15-minute orb along with a 5-minute candle closure, along with confluence, knowing which direction the market wants to head for the day. Today, obviously, we wanted to go to higher highs, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm praying the same thing happens tomorrow. I'm praying we see a drop down a little bit into like some of these, you know, fair value gaps down here. And, you know, it's like even looking at one right now, you know, like on the, let's see, on the 5-minute right here, just to show you guys a little bit of an example, right? We have a 5-minute gap right here that hasn't been touched yet. So we would like to see it come down to like right here for tomorrow, you know, or even a little bit underneath it, come up and do a 5-minute, 10-minute closure, sorry, 15 over this gap right here, just to show us that we're continuation upwards, you know, and if not, it will at some point tomorrow, or it's just going to continue downwards. One of the two. We can't really distinguish or make a choice based off our knowledge. We have to make it based off what the market is telling us. And sometimes I'll even back up in my psychology and say, oh wow, you're not doing the right thing here, right? Where, you know, when in this market, we like to think that we control the market or we can change what it's doing. You have to do what the market's telling you to do. That's it. You know, and like that's something I have to change in my head. Even right now, man, there's just sometimes in throughout my days trading where I'm like, oh, like what am I doing? Like I'm about to hit something. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Right? Catching reversals that aren't there, etc. Man, don't do it. Go with the trend. The trend is your friend, okay? And obviously you have to know, like I said, like yesterday, for example, if we go back, I don't know if it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. See how it's kind of back and forth between each one? Boom. Like even if you entered here for a buy, you would have gotten stomped out. If you entered in here for a buy, you would have made it, right? But if you had entered for a sell right here, you could have made a little bit and then you would have gotten stomped out when it came back up. There's some days that we're just not gonna win, you know, and like that's just kind of how it is, unfortunately, in the market. You don't really know until you jump into it, and some days just absolutely are trash, man. I'm just gonna be 100% real with you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to smash that like button. Please make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on this content. I upload every single day, at least I try to. And let's see what happens tomorrow. I'm gonna pray for you guys, pray for me. Hope that tomorrow, which is Thursday, I hope we have an amazing trading day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.